Hey guys. So, dating. Oh, uh, you're gonna say, AJ, how much caffeine have you had? And I'm gonna say, my ADHD is like turned up. So, and I apologize because nobody wants to hear all my shit. Uh, we're gonna talk about friends and dating. Friends, I made friends, and then we're gonna talk about dating. So, when I came here, I think it was sometime like February. I went on a date with a guy named Eli. Not my person. Nice enough guy. Where he's at in life is not compatible with where I'm at in life. So I'm good. He's good. We don't pick on people. Not everybody's at the same level. And I'm working through some things that make it so my level is much different on a bunch of things than other people's. So I got work to do. But went on this date and I've talked about this, I met Austin, Ryan, and Jeremy. And Jeremy actually contacted me on Scruff, and he's like, hey, you're close. What are you doing? I said, I'm on a date, and we're at the Crossings. He goes, you're on a date at the Crossings? I'm like, yeah, it's a gay bar. I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of people I'm unfortunately dating. And he goes, well, I'm going to be there in about half an hour. I said, if you see me, come talk to me, please. I am bored. So these two guys come up. I've told this story, but these two guys come up and sit down, or they stand up against the table, they put their drinks down, they turn, look, see us, and I go, oh, I'm so sorry. I said, for what? And they said, well, this is your table. He says, there's plenty of room. Join us. They said, oh, we don't want to intrude. And I said, if I invite you, you're not intruding. And Austin just kind of got this look on his face like, you're right. They came and joined us. They sat down. And then Jeremy shows up. And he's like, how did you know these guys? And then started explaining it. And we're all laughing because it's funny. Eli, of course, is completely out of the loop on what's happening because the dude was looking for pop. Classy. Yes, I date only the highest of class. So this is my new friend group. We've been hanging out every other weekend since I've been here. And it's been pretty cool. Dude, the group I'm hanging out with is insane. I need this energy for when I'm with them though, because I tend to get quiet. This group is so crazy. Austin's going to be a doctor. He is in medical school. Not pre-med, medical. Jeremy is a character. And I'm not really sure what he does for a living. I know he's told me, but I can't remember. But he's also heavy into the drag community. And so I get to meet all these bizarrely cool people. We went to a fundraiser for the ACLU of Kentucky, and it was a drag roast of one of the major drag queens in the area. And it was so funny. And I had such a good time. And a follower of mine from Facebook, but then Instagram and Twitter, walked up and introduced himself to me. And I'm just like, holy shit. I have guys walking up saying, I follow you on, and you just sit there like, really? This is awesome. So anyway, going on. Went to this thing, it was awesome. It was just amazing to hang out with this whole new crew of people. There's architects, there's PhD students. I have a whole bunch of PhD students that are my friends. And we can talk about all this really deep and bizarre stuff that just light up my world. It's like, oh my God, this is what I've been missing. Academia. Just passing fluid knowledge around and just having a good time with people that there's no expectations of. So my philosophy on dating is changing. And I may or may not get to that in this video, but because there's a lot to unpack. So we're gonna go to dating. So I got here, I got love bombed. I call it love nuked now. Because love bombing is like ping, 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 ping. This is by this guy. His name is TJ. And he was very cute, but he had expectations of me. And I'll explain what I mean by that. We had talked sometime last year. And I don't remember it. He remembers it. He remembers it very, very vividly. And of course, I'm a douche, but I didn't remember. And he starts talking. I saw him on Grindr, and I said, "Hey," and he goes, "Hi," and he was being very sarcastic with me. I'm like, "I don't understand why you're being mean. I'm trying to be nice to you." He says, "You don't know who I am, do you?" And I'm like, "No." Then he explains himself, and I'm like, "I still don't know who you are, but hey, it's cool to meet you finally, blah, blah, blah." He says, "Do you actually want to hang out?" I said, "You're really cool. I would like to hang out." He came over. We messed around a little bit. We had a good conversation, though, and we, got along really well. I made him dinner. I made spaghetti. I know, douchey move, but I'm trying to move into a place, and at that point, not having an income. So it was spaghetti. But it's my spaghetti. My spaghetti's really good. It's like basically meat with a little bit of sauce, and then spaghetti noodles. So it's really thick and So anyway, we went out, we met up, and then he kind of like disappeared for a day, and then we did something again, and then poof, he's gone. Just poof. Now, mind you, while this is going on, my lawyers are contacting me about stuff. I've got just this shit ton of pressure on me that I'm like freaking the F out about. And I just kind of said something to him, and he didn't respond, and I'm like, "What's up with this? You usually respond right away, and now you're just like not responding." And he blew up on me. And 5 seconds after he blew up on me, I'm like, "I'm good, thank you." Yeah. Fast forward, I've been on dates, lots and lots of dates. Really nice guys. It's been really, really cool. I get a lot of guys that are contacting me, and they're like, "What are you looking for?" And I'm like, "Friends. I'm looking for friends." I've since concluded that saying I want anything out of the world is incorrect. I just need to be seen. I just need to be heard, which means, what does it mean? It means I need to speak, and I need to go places and be around people. It does not mean I need to walk up to people and say, "Would you like to be my boyfriend?" Because that's not how you get a boyfriend. Or, "Hey, would you be my friend?" Because that's not how you make friends. How you make friends is saying, "Hey, my name is AJ, and I am 9FJ," and just do whatever you want to say. And of course, I'm also learning, just say whatever the F you want. I mean, it's not like you walk up and say, "Hey, babe, you look like you have a nice dick." You walk up and you say, "Hey, I really like those pants." They really accentuate your stuff there. I wouldn't say that. I might. That would be funny. I think that would be funny. But, you just walk up and be yourself. So I was on a date, and I'm sitting there talking to this guy, and he's like, "How are you so calm?" I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "How are you so calm?" And he was dressed up, and I'm dressed like I normally dress. Well, a little better than I normally dress, because let's be honest, I'm kind of a slob. And he's like, "How are you so calm? And you just yourself, and you just dressed as you." And I said, "You want to get to know the real me, right?" He goes, "Yeah." "Why would I put up a facade if what you really want to know is who I really am?" Because when me talking to you, I'm asking you who you really are. And he just sat there, and he's like, "What? This doesn't make sense, or it makes sense?" And he goes, "No, it makes sense, but I've never quite put that together that way." And I said, "Yeah, I need to be here, and we need to talk, because that's how you get to know somebody. You're in their presence, and you communicate." I said, there's times when you have to dress up, but you don't dress up for a date unless you're going somewhere, unless you've been together before, unless you've been going out before, and now you're going someplace fancy. I said, "But we're in Lexington, so the concept of putting on a suit and tie, probably not going to happen. At some point, maybe it would have to. I mean, this is kind of a lot of money here. A lot. There's so many colleges and universities in this town. It's just insane. I know college professors. This is so weird. Oh my God. So my life is so different. It's so different. Yeah. There's somebody that's gay at my work, and he blocked me on Grindr, and I just sat there giggling because I think it's one of two people. I think it's the engineer. It could be the supervisor. And when I talk to the supervisor and I try to be, like my usual self, he kind of gets these grins on his face, and I'm just sitting there like, are you liking what you're hearing or what? And he could, because I'm a nice guy, and I take care of my people. So dating, sorry, I'm like. So I'm talking to this guy about all of this, and I went on a date with a guy that's a TA. He's getting his PhD in biology, some form of biology. I said, if I don't show up for work, nobody's gonna die. It's a true statement. He said, if I don't show up for work, there are things that could die. So bacteria, I'm imagining. But we're talking, and I'm telling him about my new philosophy, which is, be present and speak. And that's how you are seen and heard in the world. And he just sat there looking at me like, how are you so in touch with this? And I'm like, I watch a massive amount of YouTube videos. There's this really awesome therapist on there, and I will try to remember to get her name and get it out there in the footer. But just listening to her, she lays it out, and she lays it out in a way that you understand. So I'm learning that my attachment style is anxious, which means I didn't get the affection I needed as a child, and I'm trying to get somebody to show me that form of affection that I should have gotten as a child, as an adult, when that's not really how the world works. I can't say that. You need to be an adult. Both of you need to be an adult. And there are times when one of you has to support the other. But that's not normal activity. That's abnormal, and that's a stressor. So when I kind of lean on people because I am feeling overwhelmed, that stresses them out. And who wants to date somebody that stresses them out? So I applaud all the guys that put up with me as long as they did. You did a good job, and I apologize for being a complete douche. Having said that, though, being in a relationship is not all like sunshine and flowers and butterflies. You have to understand that sometimes your partner is going to go, I am lost, and I need you to take my hand and show me what I'm doing. And that's okay. The strongest person in the world doesn't have to be strong nonstop all the time. That is not how it works. So, anyway, dating, as far as getting dates, I'm doing pretty good. I go to the bar and I get irate like all the time. I realize I'm good looking. I'm not great looking. I'm not a 10. But people around here act like I'm actually pretty good looking. And I'm going to act like they're right, even if I don't see it. And that's not my problem, that I don't see it. My problem is my self-esteem is based off of my intellect and my ability to do my job very effectively. I'm doing really good work at work, and I've only been there a couple months. But I don't see the rest of it, and that's my blind spot. So I have to work on that. But the good news is, gym's going good. I'm getting back into it. This is not as hard as it was, but it'll get there. My tummy needs work, but I ordered something that should help me with that. It's evil. My diet, I have to get back on my diet. This has just been dreadful. I now go out to eat with people, guys. I need to stop that. And like I went on a date at BD's Mongolian barbecue here in town. I went on a date, what's it called? Rooster, which is like a wings place. And I sat there and I'm like, I could come up with a better name for it. Crickets, right? What else? I've been, this might actually have to be its own video. This one's gone on long. I love you guys, I love you, dude. This is where I'm at. We're still gonna be processing some things, but I think I'm good. Thanks.